Welcome back to my CryptoQ Media channel. It's great to have you back. Tim Draper damned SEC attorney Gary Gensler and the agency for their treatment of the Ripple and Grayscale issues after the SEC suffered a crushing loss in court. A ray of optimism does, thankfully, exist. According to Tim Draper, things are changing because established players who were previously against cryptocurrency are now using blockchain. If businesses start acting in this way, we might see politicians do the same. First and foremost, you have the right to set a limit on innovation. Secondly, politicians can't control their greed for money. There has been, and will continue to be, a massive influx of money into the cryptocurrency industry. This will no longer be a problem going forward. And lastly, geofencing is a concern of Draper's, and he has issued a warning about it. Because US regulations have made doing business in the US very difficult, many brilliant people and respectable companies will look for possibilities elsewhere. In order to do business, they will relocate. That is the main problem with this arrangement. Scammers and fraudsters flourish in your respectable businesses because there are no clear standards or procedures. Countries with billion-dollar sectors are therefore chosen by large firms to outsource their compliance needs. Their number one goal is to stay out of legal trouble. It is their hope that the SEC will not show up at their door. We can safely assume that total transactions have climbed by 6% and that Dr. Arturo once again supplied us with some fascinating XRP ledger statistics. Boost is interesting because it is mostly the work of bots and not humans. There are advantages and disadvantages to every scenario, of course. I think AI and robotics will benefit greatly from the XRP ledger. In fact, I think those two industries may wind up using blockchain technology more than anyone else in the future. In the future, many services will likely be provided by machines and networks with minimal price. To my mind, there's a problem that the XRP ledger could solve. For an especially strong blockchain, that might be the ideal application. Great, but fewer and fewer normal people are using it. I am concerned about that. Engagement with dApps and real users conducting transactions on this blockchain are our goals. There was a 13% drop in dApp activity on the XRP blockchain. We are hoping for progress in that area. This is where our blockchain falls short when compared to others. I had been considering this for a while now. A stable coin, like LUSD, is what those ampoles need. I think it will make D use it more often. Genuine, human users will power the chain's activity. I think this is vital for the XRP ledger's growth and success. Stablecoins are a stopgap measure in the Bitcoin market. Since fixing this will improve everything, I really hope they give it their full attention and get to it soon. In today's world, being able to utilize them in AMMS is really critical. This is just like first grade all over again. The NFTs aren't falling much, in my opinion. That is hardly shocking, even though things are looking extremely good. Among the many cryptocurrency sectors that have been underperforming recently are those dealing with NFTs and gaming, as well as artificial intelligence and deep-in currencies. While other Bitcoin ventures have found success, ours is not in the gaming industry. In my opinion, they will begin to make significant progress next year. Picture yourself playing whack-a-mole. Although the trajectory of cryptocurrency and specific coins remains uncertain, I am placing my bets on NFTs making a solid comeback. The most exciting aspect is that the start of this bull run is where things are getting hot. The XRP ledger had that feature already, but a later version of Robinhood CLO, Dan Gallagher, didn't. As a result of his long service to the SEC, he is now among the front runners to replace President Trump as the agency's chair. It will be shocking to see who takes that position next. Whoever is chaired the committee isn't going to make much of a difference because I don't believe Gary Gensler is anti-crypto or even cares about these things. The primary objective is to implement the policies set forth by the administration. That is why you need to look at the situation from every angle if you want to win over this company. This is of the utmost importance since whoever leads the SEC will have to implement the administration's goals. I anticipate a general upturn in the cryptocurrency market very soon. The candidate has worked at Robinhood before and is familiar with the difficulties encountered by businesses in the same industry as Kraken, Coinbase, and Robinhood. Because of their size, these corporations have a hard time reasonably complying with the law. Doing it first might be necessary. Has the necessary skills to complete the assignment. It could have been a wise decision. Oh, you're completely bewildered. There are a lot of people aimlessly wandering about here. You must ascertain the victor first and foremost. Following that, a process is likely to be engaged, going either way. The most important thing is that the SEC will likely have a new administration to guide our strategy in the Bitcoin industry, rather than just a new chairman. The identification of the individual sitting in that seat is less important than that. According to what I've read, a Ripple SEC settlement is poised to happen. You shouldn't put your money on it, says Mark Fagel, because the SEC isn't interested in earning a profit and will not try to get more money out of Ripple. That is of interest to them, but it is beside the issue. In the end, it's all about power. It was related to that choice. Even if Ripple were to sell XRP, the sale would not constitute a securities offering, making it difficult for the SEC to allow secondary market trades in the cryptocurrency. I will tell you this, though. I would take the advice of the other specialists and the Mark Bagels since they appear to be in agreement. The possibility of a settlement remains, but the SEC is likely to file an appeal. Judge Torres, in my opinion, followed the law to the letter because, regardless of how you feel about the law, it exists. Also, no amount of escalation or appeals will change the outcome of this situation. You do not intend for XRP to be considered a security. Since it is neither a stock nor a deposition under the current law, should further reporting requirements be imposed while accurate project data is critical, modifying the regulations takes precedence over initiating or responding to legal challenges. In my view, the SEC will not gain anything from this. They could just be incredibly conceited. Maybe they are happy to sit tight and take advice from the pros for the time being. It would be prudent to handle this subject promptly because conditions might change at any moment and there will certainly be appeals. The justification for taking the case to an appeals court for final confirmation is not clear to me. They will fail miserably. Well, there is an appeal here to be made, Mark Fagel stated when I asked him about it, but I still don't trust him. Just a long shot, that's all. In your opinion, is that long shot appealing? It doesn't seem that way to me. However, experts think that you actually do. Finally, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies should be a staple of every investor's portfolio, according to BlackRock. They are important diversifiers. The absence of correlation between Bitcoin and traditional assets is a key problem for BlackRock's, according to Jay Jacobs, head of active equity and ETFs. Jacobs believes that Bitcoin will be a useful instrument in 2024. At this very moment, there are numerous global geopolitical and economic threats that could have devastating consequences. One way to diversify your holdings and maybe lessen your vulnerability to certain risks is to invest in cryptocurrencies. Soon, crypto will be used by many. Even while it won't be as substantial as what enthusiasts like us put into the sector, Even a tiny allocation of your vast sums of money is fantastic. To have my video viewed is a privilege. If you're new to my channel and have just subscribed, I appreciate it. Until then, take care.